but really they're
Yeah.
fucking dumb and they're gonna get their ass kicked or killed.
See, like we're only really talking about people who want to like cause trouble and go out with intent other than to peacefully protest. Because that's like that's all. I just there's fucking I haven't seen any kids around Yorkville somehow. Like there's police posted at like every store in Oswego, and nothing happened in Oswego
Yeah.
because it's like they're not out here really trying to fuck shit up. Like it's
Well,
I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe it might be we're in a small town.
right, you're out in the middle of corn country, so
Yeah, brother.
there's a lot of people that are will exercise their Second Amendment right and their right
Sure.
to self-preservation if they're attacked. Yeah. So
Oh fuck yeah, they will.
like Blake, he carries his handgun with him all the time. Got it in his car.
Oh, you guys can carry.
Yeah. So I don't blame him. I've thought about getting a gun too. I really
Fuck.
have.
The other night when we had to set out barricades, I've got plenty of friends who have handguns and shit. I contemplated asking, but I was like, then again, I was like, wait, our town has 17,000 people in it. Let's settle the fuck down.
Right. And you live like in the outskirts.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah,
pretty far away from any action that would ever happen.
yeah,
But yeah, I've seriously considered getting a firearm because, well, one, for hunting. Like I want to go hunting. I want to, provide meat for myself and my family. But also for protection and self preservation. Like I, we were walking. We've been walking to Target to get like a couple groceries. It's because it's been nice out after work. We'll take Theo. It's only
yeah.
like a freaking half-mile walk. So we just walked down there and we uh ran into a couple groups of people as we were walking, and in the back of my mind I'm like, okay, they look normal, it's just a bunch of kids walking, but like I'm like,
Yeah.
what do I do if they think I'm looking at them wrong and want to fucking get frisky? What do I do? I've got Hannah and a 2-month-old baby in a fucking stroller. What do I do? Thankfully, nothing happens. We live in a very nice area,
Yeah.
where there's like zero crime. So, but that thought crosses my head and my mind, and because it's not just like me that I have to look out for now. Um,
No. Yeah. Yeah.
as a father and a husband, your role kind of is a protector and a provider. I take that very seriously. So
As you should. I mean, I feel like I do that a lot of the time, and it's like I never really thought about it like as like a parent figure because I've never been
right,
that.
well, you'll
Like,
get there. I didn't think about
yeah,
it either.
but like I've 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 noticed I've done this all the time. Like I hate it when like if I'm walking somewhere and someone like gets like dragged behind or like it's like lagging behind, like I it's like a herding dog, like a dog herding cattle. It's like got to make sure my group is all here. My group, I know where everybody's at. I can keep everybody here. I can
Yeah,
keep everybody safe.
yeah,
But like we like this happens a lot now. Like when we go to bars, if I go to a bar with like a friend of mine who's a girl, like there's some people that when we go to the bar that like are real heavy with their hands and shit, and I know that, and like I've talked to these people about it, and I literally like will stand like in between like the girl that I'm with and these people just because I know like that they do certain shit, and it's like I completely understand that feeling, or like walking around DeKalb. Like I've never really been worried walking by myself ever. Like I don't really think anything's bad's gonna happen. But like in instances like that, like I do have some friends who like I would walk home because they are girls and they fucking are more worried, and that's that male privilege of me walking home not worried. Like I never really had to think about that shit, and some girls like genuinely had like to talk to me and be like, yeah, like I worry every time I fucking walk home from class, and it's like, oh fuck. But yeah, like I definitely understand that, and it's like when there's something that's like seems like kind of sketchy it's gonna happen, I definitely like find myself like kind of like pushing whoever it is like to the side, like pushing like keeping them like as close to my side as I can, and like keeping as much distance from us and the other party of people
Mm-hmm.
that I can. And like it's just it's weird. It's like something like animalistic takes over.
Yeah, no, it's a protective instinct. Um,
Yeah.
so my first semester at Northern, I lived in the dorm, and there was these group of kids that I lived with in like this communal area. So like there's rooms off of a common area. So
Yeah.
we all knew each other, got along somewhat well, more acquaintances than friends. But
Hmm.
we went out one night to one of the I think it was like the rugby house or something like that. We went out there and
Okay.
you know packed wall to wall or whatever, and
Frat house or
yeah,
whatever.
it's similar, but um, so same kind of thing. Like I'm trying to make sure that they're fine, they're okay. Like we came together, we are expecting to leave together. So I'm trying not to lose these people, both boys and girls. So
Yeah.
it gets late, time to go or whatever. So I'm like trying to find these people. I find the two boys. I'm looking for the two girls. I find them. I grab or I put my hand like on her shoulder and like lean in and like, hey, we're about to leave. You ready? And then kind of like put my hand on her upper back to like kind of guide her through. Same with the other one. Same thing. Shoulder, upper back. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And fucking next day, these bitches are saying that I was getting handsy. And I'm like, are you fucking
What the
serious?
fuck?
So I'm like, in my mind, I know that I was trying to get them out of this crazy, crowded, potentially dangerous situation for them,
Yeah.
not for me. I'm
Yeah.
not getting fucking people pinching my ass and trying to feel me up and shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure lots and lots of girls do at these places. So I know that what I was doing was more of a like a protective, like get out, let's go, we're going home, go to bed,
Hmm.
okay. And for them to have the fucking nerve to say that they were uncomfortable with me ushering them out, just really grinded my gears. And so the next morning, at after I heard that they were saying that stuff,
Yeah.
I saw him in the dining hall, and I walked over, sat down, and I was like, "So, did you think that what I was, when I was getting you out of there, that I did too much touching or anything?" And both of them were like, well, I knew that they were. I could tell that they were like uncomfortable with me confronting them.
Well, yeah.
Um,
No, you don't spread a rumor, and then when the person confronts you, you're not just cool about it.
right, right. So they're like, eventually they're like, yeah, we were a little uncomfortable, and I was just like, I touched your shoulder so that I could so I could talk to you in this crowded, loud place, and then I touched your upper back so that we could get out of there.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I was not very comfortable with that. And I was like, well, did you get touched by other people there while you were like dancing or doing whatever the fuck you were doing for the couple hours that we were there? And they're like, oh yeah, this one guy was like touching my legs and like pinching my butt, and like
What the fuck?
one guy pulled my bra strap, and I'm like, and you're fucking getting pissed at me for trying to help you? Like, fuck out of here. So I was pissed off about that, but
I
Um,
mean, yeah, I could understand that. It's just like, why the fuck? It's just like, what the fuck? You're trying to help,
yeah.
and it's the world is ass backwards.
Yes, it absolutely is.
I don't ever. It's like, I feel like I've said that a million times this episode. It's just like, I cannot comprehend this. It is just so weird, so weird. We're going through a pandemic now. It's like the whole world just hates each other. It's just like,
It's,
I texted you. It's like, yeah, I fuck you. You're Democratic. Fuck you. You're Republican. Fuck you. You're not this. You're not that. It's just like, we all just need to take a fucking breath and realize that we're gonna wake up tomorrow and we'll fucking settle this sooner or later. You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
I I totally agree. Um, yeah, the world's pretty crazy, but the funny thing is, for as much as like these present day very very radical people on the left, um, as much as they're like pushing these more socialist and Marxist agendas, uh, the funny thing is, come election day, the same amount of people are going to vote. I guarantee you, turnout is going to be the same or lower as it was in 2016. Guaranteed.
I believe it. I really do, because I've been there. I've sat and watched all the fucking people come in. I
Yep.
really hope. I hope. I just hope. That's all you can
As
do.
fucking
Is just hope
hyped
that
up
it's
as this shit is, it's not going to
nothing's gonna
change
change.
a damn thing. And I don't know what people are expecting to change. If you have a problem with your police department, what makes more sense? To cry out to the federal government, or to talk
Vote in
to
a local election.
talk to yeah, get involved in your community that you're intimately involved with? What makes more sense? Like I said before, am I having a fucking stroke, or
It's
is that logical?
like, maybe is it is it because mom is a part of the county that we know that, like, local elections mean a lot more than presidential elections? Like,
No, I think that it's pretty well known. I mean that you're involved in your community, and your community has the most impact on you.
well,
You know,
yeah.
you have the most impact on your community, and your community has the most impact back on you. Like, at the federal level, things are designed to move at a glacial pace. That's how it's done by design.
I know. I had to explain to a lot of my friends that it's like, look, doing, like, having these riots is not really going to solve anything. It's a short fix for a long problem.
What is the
And the
long
long
problem?
game is fucking going to vote and getting motherfuckers in there that actually care.
Yeah,
They want to change shit.
right. But those people don't survive at the state and federal level. They're great, like mayors, uh,
Hmm.
police chiefs, like Dwight Baird.
Yeah.
Good, the good, like wholehearted people that care about the community. Um, those people don't survive at the state and federal level,
No. Those
because
are
it's a different
career
breed.
politicians.
Yeah, it's a different breed of politician up at that level, who don't care. They pretend they're very good at marketing and speaking, and making it seem like they care, but they don't.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So, as always, like, personal responsibility, protect yourself. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. So, I was talking to one of my friends, and I was saying, so if I'm a business owner and my business is getting broken into, bricks thrown through, Molotov cocktails, people rushing in, stealing shit, and I stand behind the counter, pull out a shotgun, and fucking blow somebody away, what happens? What happens to me? And is that self-defense?
Yeah.
Like, so
I really think that it is.
that's
I really think that
that's a question that I had.
I from my understanding, from what we talk about down at the county, it seems if you're on your property, you're in your
Yeah.
own shop, if you're in your own business, and it seems that either one, you or the store, are in jeopardy, you are entitled to protect it.
Well, I think,
Now,
yeah.
I don't know if that means ending a man's life. I don't
If
know.
well, if you fear for your life, then yes, I believe it's justified. And in that situation where there's throwing bricks,
Rick,
rocks, whatever, 2x4s, hammers. I've seen all sorts of shit that these people are using. They've come in with those in their hands. You don't know if they're gonna come and club you in the head.
yeah.
You don't know. Like, so you fear for your life. I would. Just freaking mow them down. But then you got to deal with that the rest of your life. But then you got to think, okay, so you killed 1, 2, 3, 5 people, however many
But
it
why? I don't
takes.
fucking. Do you shoot them first, or do you fucking shoot around past their head? Because are these those fucking little white kids that are just gonna piss down their fucking leg,
Well,
or are
I
they
think
actually gonna come and kill you?
after you shoot the first person, and that's the case where they're just scared white boys, they would just run off after you shot that first person probably. But if
So you're taking the one death toll minimum.
as I sit here and armchair quarterback this situation, um, yeah, absolutely. If I see all the pandemonium that's going on outside, and I know what's going to happen if these people get in, I'm absolutely shooting.
I like how you term that though, armchair quarterback.
That's all. I mean, that's all it is. Because you never know what you're gonna do
Yeah,
in this situation until you're in that
yeah,
situation.
exactly. Yeah, and that's crazy because like I was telling you, like I was like, fucking, do I like I could easily find a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I could easily
Yeah.
and fucking then it's like I kill someone in our fucking front porch, like I gotta sit there and look at the body for a while.
Sure.
Fuck.
And then you got to contemplate what you did, and you got to live with that the rest of your life. But you also have to think
That's a lot.
what would have happened if I didn't do that.
That's a big what if.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just gotta at that point you I would just have to tell myself that I did what was right for myself and my family and or property by preserving my own life. My
Yeah.
son gets to have a dad. Hannah gets to have a husband.